Hello, I've just reactivated social media to deliver important news. Many of you know that I'm a lawyer and face trial in the UK for alleged support of a terrorist organisation after I published a legal analysis on Twitter on the international law rights to armed resistance against the genocidal and racist state of Israel. My trial has been listed for the 20th and 21st of January 26 in London, but my case doesn't just affect me, it concerns everyone in the UK and the legal system itself. I've never been interviewed, arrested or charged with a criminal offence, and no police force has accused me of supporting a terrorist organisation. The infamous UK Terrorism Act of 2000 was supposedly designed for state security. Recognising how serious a charge under the Act is, there is an explicit requirement of consent of the Director of Public Prosecutions to bring any proceedings under the Act. But this hasn't happened in my case. Instead, the Bar Standards Board, the regulator of barristers, are effectively bringing a civil prosecution under the Terrorism Act, despite no police involvement, and after demands were made upon them to bring this case by the UK Lawyers for Israel, a notorious Zionist lobby group who are themselves under investigation by the Charity Commission. The motivation for this prosecution isn't state security, but to silence, intimidate and punish lawyers providing legal analysis against Israel's genocide of Palestinians. If the Bar Standards Board succeeds, it will prove a massive expansion in the scope and use of the Terrorism Act. Professionals, including lawyers, doctors, accountants and others, will be liable to prosecution for terrorism offences under the Act by their own professional regulators, be stripped of their practising licence and potentially fined tens of thousands of pounds without there being any police involvement whatsoever. But thanks to your donations to our crowdfunder, my legal team at 5 Pillars Law and barrister Frank McGuinness are mounting a defence to push back against this slide towards fascism in the UK, being carried out in the name of protecting Israeli genocide. And I'd like to share some positive updates. First, the Islamic Human Rights Commission have raised my case with the UN Special Rapporteurs on free speech and the independence of the judiciary, requesting an investigation of the Bar Standards Board's misuse of the Terrorism Act. Secondly, evidence in my trial has now been filed and you can download my witness statement, as well as the expert reports of international law scholar Dr. Ralph Wild and genocide scholar Dr. Maung Zani. These can be found on my website, ousmannoor.com. Thirdly, I'll be speaking at the Bristol Palestine Film Festival on Saturday the 29th of November, after the film screening of Censoring Palestine on a panel, and we'll be sharing details of the punishment and repression of British lawyers speaking out against Israel's genocide of Palestinians. Finally, we're extremely grateful to all who have contributed to the crowdfunder on this case to push back against Zionist control over the British legal system and profession. If you're able to support the defence, a link to the crowdfunder is in the comments or on my profile. Alternatively, a prayer or well wishes for our success are warmly received. Thank you.